Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm on my way to a park to get the car and the van weighed by Ben from mobileweightcheck.com.au. And I'm a little bit nervous, I've got to say. I've done this once before and it didn't go so well. Different Land Cruiser, different van. So we'll have to see how we go today. It's quite confronting putting yourself out there with your weighty car and your weighty van. And if there's an issue, then obviously you've got to address it and deal with it. And if you know your Land Cruisers, you'll know that they are not renowned for their ability to carry a big payload, especially if you tick all the boxes at the ARB shop. So yeah, let's see how we go, and let's see what Ben's got to say. See you soon. Okay, so the last time I did this was a few years ago. I was in a 2019 VX Cruiser at the time. It had a bunch of accessories bolted to it, and I was towing a 20-foot full-size caravan. And after that weigh in, it was clear that the Cruiser needed a GVM upgrade. Cut a long story short, I ended up looking around at some American-sized pickup trucks. Couldn't get one at the right price. Ended up jumping into a 300 series with a mild GVM upgrade. I then sold my 20-foot caravan, that's another story, and I ended up ordering this beast. It's a Sky 16'6" dual axle hybrid caravan. So this van took a year to be built and to be delivered, and in the meantime my 300 series developed an issue which did my head in. And I was catching up with an old friend and I was telling him about my problems with my 300, and I said, look, I'm thinking about going back to a 200. And he was like, Teddy, I'm thinking about jumping out of mine, which is this one. And I was like, Paul, where do I sign? We did a deal and here we are. Now this Cruiser is one of the last ones to roll off the production line. It was built in October 2020. And when I bought it, it had 60,000 Ks on it. And Paul had taken it to an ARB shop earlier in its life, and he ticked every accessory box in the ARB catalogue. And lucky for me, including a mild GVM upgrade. However, I think I could still potentially be in trouble. Google tells me that a Sahara of this vintage has a payload of just 610 kilograms. With the GVM upgrade, brings it to 910, almost 1 ton. Now that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But I think based on my previous experience, I could still be in trouble. This car has a bull bar, a winch, off-road suspension, off-road rubber, recovery hooks, bash plates, drawers in the back, an upright fridge, a second battery, and it goes on and on. And all of these items come off your payload. Welcome back. So I'm back at home. I've put the caravan back in the shed. I've cooled down, and Ben has sent me a detailed report. It's about 8 pages. I've got it here. It's in colour. It's actually got a picture of a. It's actually got a picture of, I don't know if you can see that, a picture of a Ford F-150 short wheelbase. I don't know, maybe that's a sign. I must admit, I have been looking at those online. I think the new motor that's in the F-150, the straight 6 turbo motor, looks like a sweet thing. Anyway, so yeah, a very detailed report. Ben was very helpful in helping me assess a few questions that I had. Excuse me. I was looking at putting a bike rack on the front of the caravan, so I wanted to know if that was possible, and that's definitely a no-no. We've got e-bikes. Mine's a big downhill off-road e-bike. It's a big heavy thing, and my wife's too. It's heavy, like 2 e-bikes and a bike rack. That'd be over 100 kilos. Anyway, that's definitely not an option. He also helped me assess the correct height for my tow hitch. I thought I had it set up right, but it's actually about 60 mil too high. So that's been really helpful. That'll help maximize the weight distribution of the van across the axles of the caravan, and also help minimize the tow ball mass on the rear of my drawbar. So that was really helpful. Anyway, let me get to the numbers. I guess it's a fail, and I'm not totally surprised. As I did point out at the beginning of the video, this car has had a mild GVM upgrade it's been done by ARB. It's got BP51 suspension system, and so my payload has gone up from 610 to about 900. So that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But you'd be amazed how quickly that gets eaten up with accessories, a tank of fuel, 2 passengers and a caravan on the back. And I'm not surprised to say that I'm actually over by 44 kilos on my GVM. So I must have come in at 3699 with me in the car, full tank of fuel, and without my wife. So if Ali was to jump in, we'd be 100 kg over our GVM. Ben didn't think that was a disaster, but it's definitely over. And then the other thing that's missing on the car is I've recently bought a sea kayak, and I plan to take that out on our trips. It weighs 30 kilos. It's a fiberglass boat. So I have to put that on the car. So I'm going to be a 130, 140 kg over my GVM limit. The other issue I have is my rear axle, and if some of you have had your Land Cruiser's weighed, you'll probably know that this is a weakness of the Land Cruiser as well. The rear axle is rated to 1,950 kg max. Well, I'm 175 over. That's with the van on the back. So that needs to be addressed. And my tow ball mass. The maximum tow ball mass that I can put on my tow bar, or on this car, I'm not sure if it's on this tow bar or on my car, is 350 kilos. And I thought I would probably go over because I sense that when I put this van on the back, it's heavy. And I'm over by 17 kilos. Not drastic, but I am over. And that's probably the easiest one for me to fix. It means moving maybe a little bit of gear in the front toolboxes. This van does have 3 120 litre water tanks, and I had them filled up today. And so there's 360 kilos in water that I'm carrying, and part of the weight of those tanks is being transferred across to the tow bar. So an easy way to solve the tow ball mass is to leave the front tank empty. But that's not, I don't see that as a solution. We like to go off grid. We love going to Fraser. We love camping on the beach, and so I normally leave home prepared. I fill the tanks and we go. I don't find somewhere on Fraser to fill my tanks. I think it's possible, but you know, what if you can't? So yeah, they're my three issues. About 140 kilos over my GVM. I'm definitely over my rear axle weight rating. That definitely needs addressing, and I need to remove some of the weight that's being transferred onto my tow ball mass. So Ben did give me the name of an engineer. He suggested I get this fella out to have a look at my car to see how I could rectify some of my minor issues. And if you've got any ideas, if you've had a similar issue with your Land Cruiser and you found, I guess there's no easy way to deal with it, but if you found a cost-effective solution, I'd love to hear from you. Please put your ideas in the comments. I am in Brisbane, so if you're going to refer me to someone, it needs to be in Brisbane, preferably on the western or southern side of Brizzy. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. I super appreciate that. I do have a couple of exciting videos coming up. I'm going to Fraser next week with my dad. It's a father and son trip. We're both sleeping in the same bed. We've never done that before. So that'll be cool and cozy. We're going to the western side. We're taking the van. So I plan to document that well, so you can see what that's like. And lots of people have asked me for a full review on the caravan. I've got to say, this van has been an absolute beast, and so I plan to do that soon. So if you're keen to see what that looks like, then I would encourage you to follow along. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.